For years, there's been this one simple rule for building a PC on a budget, and that rule has just been completely shattered. What was once a no-brainer recommendation is now, well, it's just not that simple anymore. Yeah, what if that golden rule we all followed for getting the best bang for your buck is now totally outdated? Because some pretty subtle shifts in the market have completely flipped the script, and it changes everything for anyone looking to build a new PC today. So let's dive in and see what's going on. All right, first up, the rule is broken. And believe it or not, this huge change really all comes down to one single component: your system memory, or RAM, and how its price has completely changed the game. You see, not that long ago, the price gap between the older DDR4 RAM and the newer, faster DDR5 was just massive. We're talking more than $50 a kit sometimes. This made the choice super easy. You'd grab an Intel CPU, pair it with a cheaper DDR4 motherboard, and save a ton of money. But today, that price gap has pretty much vanished. In fact, sometimes they cost exactly the same. And that one change has thrown the door wide open for AMD and its DDR5 platform to become a serious value competitor. And the result of all this? The whole map for price to performance when you're choosing a CPU has been totally redrawn. Everything we thought we knew has to be looked at again. So let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. Time for a budget build face-off. We're going to compare two systems that cost about the same, both under $1,000. First up, let's look at Team Intel, the old guard. For the longest time, this was the setup to beat: an Intel Core i5, a motherboard that uses the more affordable DDR4 RAM, and 16 gigs of that memory. The total cost for just these core parts, what we call the platform, comes out to about 18 million Vietnamese dong. Okay, and here's the new contender from Team AMD. We've got a Ryzen 5 processor on a modern motherboard that requires the newer DDR5 RAM. A year ago, this would have been way more expensive, but just look at the cost now. Roughly 17.9 million Vietnamese dong. So yeah, you're seeing that right. The difference is about 100,000 VND, but it's actually in favor of the AMD build. The modern platform with faster memory is now slightly cheaper. That was just unthinkable a few short months ago. So that's the budget end of things. But does this trend hold up when we move into more powerful mid-range builds? Let's check out the mid-range battle and compare the workhorse setups. In the Intel corner, we've got a real powerhouse, the Core i7. To follow the old value logic, we're pairing it with DDR4 RAM. The total cost for these key parts is about 26.7 million Vietnamese dong. And going up against it from Team AMD is a Ryzen 9, a fantastic choice for creators, built on that modern platform with DDR5 memory. And the price? 26.6 million Vietnamese dong. I mean, at this point, the costs are practically identical. It's a dead heat. But you know, the sticker price doesn't quite tell the whole story. While the parts cost about the same, that Intel Core i7 is designed to guzzle more power, which means it runs a whole lot hotter. To keep it from slowing down, you have to spend extra money on a bigger, more expensive cooling solution, and that pushes the actual total build cost for the Intel system a bit higher. Okay, so if the prices are this close, the decision isn't really about saving a few bucks anymore. It all comes down to performance. So we're at the most important part, which is right for you. It's all about matching the CPU to your specific workload. And here's the breakdown. If you're mainly a gamer, or you do a lot of 2D design work in apps like Photoshop, AMD is now the way to go. It just gives you better performance for your money in those areas. However, if your work is all about heavy 3D rendering, tasks that can use every single core you throw at them, Intel still has the edge in that raw multi-threaded power. And it's worth remembering, the AMD platform is newer, which gives you a clearer and longer upgrade path in the future. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? A few months ago, Intel plus DDR4 was a bargain. Now, AMD is not just an alternative. For many, it's the smarter choice. It perfectly captures how fast the market has moved. The bargain of yesterday is often not the best choice today. So where does that leave you, the person trying to build a PC right now? Well, it actually makes things simpler. Let's get into our last section, the new PC landscape, and break down your final decision. It's really just a simple two-step process now. First, define your primary use. Be honest with yourself. What will you be doing 90% of the time? Gaming, 2D design, or heavy 3D rendering? And once you have that answer, step 2 is easy. Just choose the platform that's best for that specific need, knowing that the prices are going to be right there, neck and neck. So let's wrap up with the key takeaways. That price gap between DDR4 and DDR5 is gone. This means AMD's modern AM5 platform is now competing directly with Intel on price. Your choice for the best CPU is no longer about budget, it's about your specific workload. And don't forget, going with the newer AM5 platform promises you better support and more upgrade options down the line. All of this is just a powerful reminder that in the world of PC hardware, things change fast. It really makes you wonder, if a rule this big can get broken so quickly, what piece of conventional wisdom is going to be the next to fall?
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end and see you in the next video.